Hello friends, after explaining the superclass and subclass blueprint classes, now I am explaining the implementation class. This is cylinder dimensions demo. In this we create objects for cylinder class. Now you see cylinder 1, this is object number 1 of the cylinder class, and the second one is cylinder 2, this is second object. Now, see the implementation new cylinder 10, 15. You should know that how they are initialized. Now, 10 goes here to ready, in turn it is passed here, in turn it goes to the constructor of the superclass, that is circle class, constructor of the superclass circle, and ready is initialized. Thereafter 15 goes here and goes here, and in turn it comes here. As a result of that, height instance variable of the cylinder class is initialized. Both radii and height are initialized. Earlier we have defined a constant, that is pi, final pi, and we initialize the value then and there. So, as a result of that, we got three values initialized. So, thereafter what we are doing, sil1 print dimensions, we are calling, print dimensions method we are calling. As a result of that, the two statements are executed. If you observe that here what is there, for calculating face area of the cylinder, face area means you understand this, if it is a cylinder, this is the face area, calculate face area we are calling. So, through SOP we are calling a method calculate face area. As a result of that, sil1's face area is printed, second one volume, and calculate volume of the sil1 cylinder object. Then as a result of that, that will be printed. Next you see sil2, now we are passing, what we are passing, 12.5 and 25.5. Here one point you have to observe, what type we have taken double. That is why we have every freedom, we can give either an integer value or a floating point value or a double value. If you take a float value, what should you take? If you declare instead of double, if you declare it as a float, you must be very cautious of this 12.5 f, 25.5 f you must write. It is a common error, generally most students and programmers they must forget. Prevention is better than cure. That is why instead of defining float, most programmers they choose double. So, that is why we are passing that. As a result of that, for sil2, now we see we have called print dimension method. As a result of that, cylinder 2 object calculate face area method is called. In turn, the face area of the cylinder 2 object is printed, and as a result of the calling of calculate volume, cylinder 2 object's volume is printed. So, in this manner you have to understand, and by thoroughly studying the concepts and working out all these three programs, you can have perfect knowledge over the inheritance. This base is very much required. Every time I am telling you, do not try to swallow everything at one instance, and you have to learn in a phased manner. Now one phase we have completed, we have to crystallize our knowledge and test it, and then only we have to go to the next phase. In the next phase, many allied concepts we have to understand practically, and then we enrich our knowledge. This is the way of learning, especially Java. Java, whole chapter at a time, all the concept at a time, you cannot digest. Phased manner, one layer, you crystallize that. Thereafter, one more layer, you have to crystallize that. Layer by layer, you have to learn everything. Ultimately, you can achieve perfection over the concepts as well as applications.